Alright, Geordie Prepper here. Welcome to the first news video of 2024. 2024, wow, certainly gone off to a bang. All sorts of stuff happening. And obviously we've got some natural disasters happening with the Japan earthquake. They had a massive quake. Solar activities going through the roof. I mean, it's all happening in a very short space of time, just as 2024 starts. And obviously we've had that really bad collision on the Japanese airport. I mean, Japan just seems to be getting it at the minute, which is unfortunate, you know, and maybe it's a sign of what 2024 is just going to be like. All sorts of stuff happening. So just more reasons to prep, guys. So first article we're looking at. They're trying to build a coalition to strike the Houthis, it seems. Petraeus is saying that airstrikes on Houthi rebels by UK and the US are possible. So obviously they've had this coalition to protect commerce in the Red Sea, but they seem to be trying to build up like a military action against the Houthis. So it's been purely defensive now, you know, defending commerce in the Red Sea, but it seems that the patience is wearing a bit thin and they're going to actually start striking the Houthis. If they do that, I mean, you know, that's just going to escalate things and, you know, to a point where they might not be able to control what happens after they start doing this action. And there was a Hamas deputy leader, Salah el-Arori, is among the dead in an attack in south of Beirut. Hamas deputy leader, which was killed, he was wanted for years by Israel, so he was travelling, you know, you're vulnerable when you're travelling. They could have just seen this as an opportunity just to take him out and just to hurt the Hamas, so I think that's basically just what it was. Next article, the Royal Navy is basically saying that it's either not going to send more warships or it doesn't have any that it can send after the HMS Diamond has been deployed. They're saying no further Royal Navy assets are planned to be deployed to the Red Sea following attacks by Iranian-backed Houthi rebels. I mean, that's a possibility. Like, I mean, if you're sending assets to the area and the enemy's got anti-ship missiles, ballistic missiles, you're going to be a bit skitsy about sending more ships because you wouldn't want them either damaged or completely destroyed. You know, they're obviously doing a risk assessment and they're obviously just saying it's just not worth it. But they are sending the HMS Diamond to the area. And there's a link here, gives you a bit of information about the HMS Diamond. It's a Type 45 air defense destroyer. Claims to be one of the most advanced warships in the world. And obviously the Houthis are doing aerial attacks, missiles, etc. So you'd want something in the area which can defend against that. So it's basically an anti-air missile boat. It's using the Sea Viper anti-air missile system. Outside of the air defense world, HMS Diamond is a versatile and capable platform with the ability to carry out a wide range of warfighting and constabulary duties. So this has obviously been sent there to bolster the ships that are already in that area. Next article, Russia is bombarding Ukraine at the minute, something fierce. Putin vowed to intensify the attacks and he's delivering. It's the biggest aerial offensive. I think yesterday, I think January 2nd was like the biggest aerial offensive in Ukraine. Bombardment since the war began. And obviously, you know, this is escalating things in the area. The Russian assaults over the winter holiday period are likely to further strain Ukrainian air defences, which are either already depleted or which are running short on supplies. Ammunition and other sort of aid is basically kind of drying up at the minute. Next article, Poland scrambles F-16 fighter jets during massive Russian missile strike on Ukraine. So whilst this bombardment of Ukraine was happening, it appears that Russian missiles actually went across the country to hit their intended targets. The 2nd of January attack came on the heels of a similar strike 4 days earlier, where a Russian missile entered Polish airspace to hit the Ukrainian city of Lviv. Polish officials confirmed that Russian missiles were indeed detected in the sky. However, they decided not to escalate. So a bit of restraint there from Poland with Russia's activity. It could be that they just don't want to escalate the tensions with Russia, and you know, they want to be a bit more careful. They don't really want their missiles going over their country, which is fair enough. Back to North Korea now, and North Korea was already telling its military to get more prepared, but it's saying that due to US aggression, that their military should thoroughly annihilate the United States and South Korea if provoked. I mean, it's a bit of a bold statement, like whether they've actually got the capability to completely annihilate the United States. I don't think so, but their capability has definitely increased even over the last year or two. He's stressed that our army should deal a deadly blow to thoroughly annihilate them by mobilizing all the toughest means and potentialities without a moment's hesitation. If they opt for military confrontation and provocations against North Korea, if the United States or some sort of ally did do something militarily against North Korea, that would definitely give them all the ammunition that they would need to start something back. But you know, I think this is mostly just rhetoric. But no, then again, North Korea was getting a lot of support recently in the past year or two. And North Korea is actually going to launch 3 new spy satellites and build more nuclear weapons in 2024. So they're definitely ramping it up. And, you know, this just means that the potential for things to happen in this area just escalates, you know, very, very high level. They're also building a nuclear reactor. It's likely going to be operational this summer. The light water reactor at North Korea's main nuclear complex will likely be formally operational by next summer. Well, this summer. This article was posted in end of December 2023. South Korea's defense minister said, so they've obviously got intelligence about this reactor when it's going to become operational. They're basically suspicious that it's going to be used to make new fissile materials for nuclear weapons. It'll be able to make plutonium and enriched uranium at the complex. So I believe North Korea does have the capability to make its own nuclear material, but it's probably at a very small amount at a time. They're obviously wanting to increase the amount of material that they can create, so they're making a new nuclear reactor, which is going to give them that capability. But like I said, you know, over the past year or two, North Korea's getting a lot of support with its nuclear program. It's obvious, you know, the amount of increased testing, firing of missiles. I mean, they're launching more and more stuff into space. People are helping them with their rocket program for sure. And they're probably supplying them with a lot of material as well, but you don't want to rely completely on other sources for your material. So from their point of view, it probably just makes sense to build more reactors to give them more fission material. Alright, so that's the end of the doom and the gloom. If you get sick of looking at stuff on the news about war and stuff, or you just want to get a bit of nature and look up at the sky and see something pretty cool, the quadranted meteor shower is happening tonight and tomorrow. So if you're in North America, it's saying that up to 120 shooting stars per hour could be visible. I mean, that's, you know, 2 every minute, I guess. So not too bad. So if you just want to get out in nature, you know, look up at the sky, see something pretty cool, then this could be something for you. As long as the skies are clear. But, you know, we get enough doom and gloom. You got to get out there. You got to do something a bit different, you know, take in a bit of nature, you know, maybe see something you haven't seen before. So be safe, be prepared, guys. That was the news. First news of 2024. 2024 is the year that if you're not prepping already, you're going to want to be. And if you are prepping in the minute, you're going to want to just go back and, you know, just look at your preps. Just look at the basics. Have you got the basics covered? I would really suggest just looking at your food supplies and your ability to either store or process water. Thanks again.